Today we are transmuting this addiction to the internet casino, the infinite dopamine slot machine pulling by making art every day. And it's going to be beautiful to watch this time capsule years from now, watching me as a novice. Hello future me, become a master. And by all means, if you're inspired, create with me. Let's get into it. I have spent so much time messing around in Touch Designer, and I have never done a full, proper course of the fundamentals of Touch Designer. So that's what we're going to do today.
All right.
We're going to begin this process
Welcome to this
every single day. And eventually, we'll get through this course.
My name is Biliam, and I'm going to just start this by introducing myself a bit. And then I'm going to talk about how I learned, why I'm doing this, who this is for, and what you're going to need, and what we're going to do. All right, so yeah, as I said, my name is Biliam. My online name is Electronaut, and I'm 24 years old, and I was born and raised in Berlin, and I still live here. So my native language isn't English, it's actually German, just so you know. And I'm currently still studying interaction design. I'm basically kind of finished. I'm doing my bachelor project right now, and I'm kind of in the transition of being a student and being something else, whatever that's going to be. And yeah, so I kind of come from a design background, though I've been coding with the web for quite some time, and also I've worked with processing before Touch Designer. And I started Touch Designer like a year ago, so in March 2019. And I myself learned completely through tutorials and just experimenting on my own. So yeah, this is what I always say in my tutorials, that I just encourage you to experiment and try out new things in this Touch Designer world, and that's kind of how I learned as well. So why am I actually doing this course? Why am I recording this? So mostly it's really a lot of fun for me to record videos and to teach other people and just I don't know, do some bad jokes as well. And what you're definitely going to need, though, either on a Mac or PC, is a mouse, because you're going to need a mouse wheel as well. So it's highly recommended having a mouse.
Oh, I forgot. I already watched that.
All right. So what is Touch Designer actually, and how can we use it? So if you look up online what Touch Designer is, you're going to find the description that it's a node-based programming language, or a visual programming language, or environment. And I'm going to quickly explain what that means. So what you have here, when you just open the software, you can see that there's these rectangles connected to each other, and they kind of have this imagery in them. And we call them, like, generally these are called nodes. So yeah, these different things are called nodes. In Touch Designer, we refer to them as operators. So what a node, or an operator, which I'm going to call them now, it really is kind of a start point, a connection point, or an endpoint. And start points can be something like this, where it takes data from your PC, so like an image that's on your drive. You can actually create data like in here, so we're just kind of creating random numbers here. And here we're taking two inputs, and then it processes that data and it passes that on to the next. And then we have something like this out here, which is an endpoint that is able to output the data to somewhere else. So here we have a very small network going on that is just taking an image in and displacing that, so just kind of changing it. So what nodes really, or what we're really doing in Touch Designer, is that we're creating this network with all these different operators. There's different operator types, as you can see here as well. So you can see three different ones, like the tops, the chops, and a comp. We're going to get to that later. And each of these has kind of like their own set of skills, or set of abilities, and we can connect them to create a whole. So we use all kinds of different operators, connect them, and make a small or a big network, and then we create some kind of output. So what this means is, what we're able to do with this is that we can output a lot of different things, and we can input a lot of different things. So for example, we can input any kind of MIDI device, we can input audio devices, we can use scripts like Python or GLSL to create or change data. We can input files like FBX, OBJ, USD, and things like that. We can also use data like CSV files. We can connect Touch Designer to other software like Ableton and Max for Live, V4, Notch, Unity, all those, and we can also output data to those again. And we can also connect Touch Designer to the web. That's still kind of a work in progress right now. yeah, so we can really use all kinds of data, work with that here, and output that again. So Touch Designer is really like versatile when it comes to how you actually apply it or where you actually use it. So you can use it in any kind of multimedia installations because you can, or like interactive multimedia installations because you can, like, I don't know, use a Kinect to get some body information, like movement information of your visitors.
Which we're going to do.
Make that change the visual that you are creating in here or that you are creating in a different software, for example. You can, and then you can output it to a beamer, for example. Whoops. We also have the ability to create interfaces, so you can actually make really complex programs, or kind of like an actual software in Touch Designer that people then can use with a user interface. We can use Touch Designer for any kind of live performances, so live projections. So we can use it for like VJing, or we can use it for any kind of audiovisual performance. So we can make a visual react to music quite easily in Touch Designer. We can also make, for example, a visual react to a dancer. We could use Touch Designer for projector mapping, so we can map visuals on a house, for example, or create a visual and then send that data to another software and then map it on a house. We can render any kind of output, so we can render 3D animations. We can also render 2D animations in real time or not in real time.
Increase this, but be this. You can increase it as much as you want, and the blur is just to avoid computer. But when I will everything I wanted to here, and I'm open to discussion, and yeah, enjoy.
time. All right, so that's kind of a very rough overview of what Touch Designer is. It's kind of an endless program really, and it's really easy to extend with all kinds of different operators, as you can see here. If we just look in here, these are all the operators that you can use. As you can see, those are quite a few, and you also have the option to actually add custom ones. So Touch Designer really is endless, it feels like. I'm going to end this by just showing you, like, you can have a look at the showcase here on the Touch Designer website, and I'm also going to link a few other artists that are very inspiring to me. So just to like kind of get you hyped, because it's kind of a dry part that's coming first, because we need to look at how this is structured and how the interface is kind of like working. So to keep you hyped, because Touch Designer really is an amazing software. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. All right, so this is going to be a very short one on how to actually download Touch Designer. And
hey, I don't need to know any of this stuff.
So, back here, and you're going to get an installer. I'm not going to actually show you how to install it, because that's pretty straightforward. I'm going to make another video on the licensing system, but for now it's totally fine if you just have a free version, because we're not going to use anything that's not possible in the free version. So basically in the free version, like, you can use the whole software, but you have a few restrictions, like the resolution is limited, or that you can't make money with this. You're not supposed to make money with that. So usually like Touch Designer is pretty stable, I'd say. But if you like update and you've already built the setup and then you're gonna have a performance, then don't update before that. Yeah, makes sense. All right, so much for this video. I'm not gonna get into the actual interface. All right, so let's talk about the interface now. We have three main parts of our interface, and up here there are kind of some settings and the navigation system.
Close the eyes.